Hello, welcome back to Ryn the Bookdragon. I'm Ryn, I use the pronouns, and I am so excited for today's video. In today's video, I am getting my ears pierced. Or should I say, re-pierced. So if you want to see that, stick around. If you're new to the channel, welcome. My social medias are linked in the description box if you want to give me a follow. And let's just get into today's video. Okay, so when I was 16, I got my ears pierced. And I had them for technically 2 years. It's a little shy of 2 years because I got it on my 16th birthday and like a few weeks before I turned 18. 1 ear, I lost one earring. Like it started migrating down my ear and lost that one. I was very sad about it because I was just like, oh man, right before prom. And then I just kept one earring in for a while, and then I took that one out. So I was just like, I don't want to walk around with just one earring in. So I let them close this one. I don't know if it's actually closed. I don't know. But I decided to just close them up and just let it close and then trying again later. Here it is. 10 years later since I got them pierced, 8 years since they were like closed, and I'm getting them redone. This time I'm going to be stretching them. I've been wanting to stretch them for 3 years, 2 or 3 years. I know I've wanted it in 2020, but it could have started before then as well because of the people that I watched. I'm like, oh my god, they look so cute, I want that. So I was not the best at taking care of my ears back in the day. Was not that good at it. But I bought stuff to take care of them. So let's get into that. So I got some sterile wash. I'm going to be buying a bigger one. But I bought this stuff in November, and here it is January. I bought it in November, and I was like, I'll buy the bigger one after I get my ears pierced. You know, it didn't happen in December like I planned. So, yeah, got this though. To clean your ears. And then I also got some piercing aftercare swabs. There's like 50 in here. I was like, for easy cleanup, like we're just like, oh, there's like crust to clean the crust off and stuff. You know, just because I was like, I want to make sure that I take care of my executive dysfunction, have different options for cleaning my ears. So I can use this to just, you know, squirt on the ear, and this for like, oh, it already has like the stuff in it, just break it and cleaning it up, you know, making it easy for myself. So I got those, and then because I'm planning on stretching my ears, and then I watch videos on things before I do it because I want to make sure that I do it right and everything goes smoothly and I know what I'm doing. So I watched a ton of videos of stretching, and I watched with piercers and people who were professional piercers, also with people who are not professional piercers. So I get both perspectives. And they'd say the best way to stretch your ears is with glass plugs. And I was like, okay, got you. Went to go look for a set. Only one site had a set of them up to like a 00 from like 16 gauge. And I was like, cool. How much is it? $64? Okay. Goal, like put in your head how much that costs. And then November, I was like, okay, I bought Christmas stuff for my family. It is time to do it. Go. So I bought them. The brand's name, I don't know if you will be able to see it, is Urban Body Jewelry. Now, I put 2 in this little bag because they all come in like this big bag and this bag and wrapped up and stuff. I put 2 in this one because I didn't know which size that they would pierce the ears with. So I got the 2. I got the 16 gauge and the 14 gauge. ones. And then I found out that you can get pierced with a larger needle. So I'm just like, which one should I take with me? Because I did say in like when I set the appointment up, that I was planning on stretching them. And I don't know if they're going to use a bigger gauge or not. I don't know. I'll have to see when I get there. And then on Amazon, because like the O-rings tend to fall off, I've been told. I was like, okay, I need to make sure they have backups, because they didn't have backups. I mean, I'm sure if I went looking, I could find them on the site. I just didn't, because I was just like, I just find it on Amazon, and they had like a set of them, and I'll put it in the description box down below so that you can, if you decide to do this method, that you can find it yourself. I'll probably do that for everything that I got, just so that you guys can find it too. Now, I also got, like, these I've had for like years and years and years, but like when you get like larger larger gauge earring side holes, I don't know what it's called, you can't really wear your usual like earrings unless you put like the dangly ones in and then put a plug in to hold them down, or put it through the plug. But I have worn these once and they're so cute. I like, it's really funny. They're not matching, so I should have known that, oh yeah, I know where this other one is, but I knew where one was at all times. And I was like, oh man, I really wish I could find the other one. So I put it in a safe place. And then I go cleaning my room up and then found like, oh, I found one. I'm going to put this, I really like this earring. I'm going to put it in a safe place. And then I go and I look like, oh my God, I found both of them. So I've had both of them for a long time. Can't you tell? Like 10 years I've had my ears. 10 years ago I got my ears pierced. And I've had these for 10 years and I haven't worn them except for once. So yeah, I was very excited about these. And recently, because I was like, I'm getting my ears pierced, I want some cute earrings. So these Monster High ones on Spirit Halloween, they were $10. I'm gonna get all of them because I really like Monster High. But I got these little hoopy ones, and when you have like the little like gold, when I have like the little ones that you can see the whole like right through the ear, put these in and they'd be so cute. So like they have like this little, like the little skull, they call it something, I don't remember what it's called, but the little skull, and has a little like heart with stitches. And also, like, if this earring is not like the best or breaks or something, these come right off, so you can put them on any hoops. So I was like, cool. Oh, the most important thing that I got that I didn't mention. Now, the reason why this one tore, I sleep on my ears because I sleep on my side, or at least at the side of my head, and so I sleep on this side the most, and so over time when you're wearing earrings and when you go to sleep, the tear just starts migrating down until I eventually lost it. So I was sleeping on this side when I lost it. So yeah, I got a pillow with a hole in it to kind of prevent that from happening. I was like, how can I not lose this piercing? Because I feel like at that point, I'm just not meant to have them. So I got a pillow with a hole in it, and yeah, I literally typed in ear piercing, like ear pillow. I think I typed in ear pillow in Amazon, and a bunch of them pop up. There's a bunch of options. I went with this one because it was a square and it looked like it had more like space around it than a circle one did. And it came with these. Show you one that's kind of already opened. And these go over your ears. Now, I don't actually have green and purple hair. I bleach and I dye it. And so you don't really want that on your piercings. So this basically covers them up so they can heal while you're taking a shower or when you are like dyeing or bleaching your hair. Having these little like ear shower caps. And I was like, cool. I get 100 of these and a pillow for $13. I did like, there was like a coupon on there, but it was like $13 originally. Sign me up. So I got these. I originally got this pillow to sleep with because it had a bigger hole, and people typically use these to heal their piercings. And I was like, okay, I'll try it out. I didn't like it. I think it's because I got a memory foam one because people were talking about how like the pillows like lose their shape and stuff. And I'm like, if I get a memory foam one, I won't have that problem. And I went to the comments, like the reviews, and it said, oh, I wish it was like firmer. I was like, oh, it's not that firm. Oh, okay, cool. It's very firm and very hard to sleep on. And my head kind of slips and falls into the hole. And I didn't really like it. I should have returned it, but I couldn't put it back in the bag. And I feel like that's way too much hassle. I'll just keep it and use it for traveling. So I actually have a travel pillow. But that's the one I originally got. And I got this one instead. And I like this one way more. The fabric's not my favorite. So what I tend to do is use this satin scarf, wrap it around it, and sleep on it like that. I do need to wash this, but yeah, that's what I tend to do. And yeah, I don't know if I'm going to film the actual piercing process, but at least you can see the haul and the after, and like I'll probably film like me cleaning it for the first time just to kind of conclude the video. I also will probably like track like whenever like I go up the size and things like that to look back on. But yeah, until the next portion, which the appointment is 5 o'clock, technically 5:15, but 5 o'clock we're gonna say. That's all for now until my ears are pierced. It has been about a week since I got my ears re-pierced, and I kind of want to talk about the whole process, healing, the actual piercings themselves, and yeah. So I put in the when I scheduled my piercing, I told my piercer that I had a lot of scar tissue in one of my earlobes from like it migrating. I also said I was planning on stretching my ears, and if it was possible for my ears to be pierced with a larger gauge. I did all of that beforehand, and so when I went into the appointment, they already knew what I wanted done, and so they were already prepared for all the stuff that they need. So traditionally you get your ears pierced with a 18 or 20 gauge, and my piercer pierced my ears at a 14 gauge. And just a visual, because I had like these glass plugs, this is what it looks like. So that's how big my ear piercings are right now. And the healing time traditionally is 6 to 8 weeks. My piercer said that mine would be closer to 8 weeks because I got them pierced at a larger gauge, but then after that I'll be ready to start stretching them. My piercer also told me that I should be able to skip a 12 gauge because 12 gauge isn't really going to do anything, and just go straight to 10 gauge. I might still put the 12 gauge in for like a week or two just to like make sure that they're ready, That's just like personal what I planned on doing. But yeah, I also filmed like the first time I cleansed them when I got home. I have the stair wash that I showed you at the beginning, that I sprayed on the ear. Just sprayed it on because I didn't want to jostle them the first day because it was painful to touch and move. So I just like sprayed it on the first day because they were like, I cleaned them not too long. I mean, it was a few hours in between the piercing and cleaning them, but it wasn't so much they were like dirty, and I didn't do too much after that. The next time I cleansed them was like Friday, and during the first couple days of the healing process, I did experience some bleeding. I think the worst was Friday night into Saturday morning, because I woke up and this ear had blood crusted all over it, and I was like, gotta clean this up. And so I took hair wash and Q-tips to kind of get all of the dry blood off. And I don't have pictures of that because I just wanted to like hurry up and clean them, so I didn't end up doing that. What else is there? The pain is virtually gone. I mean, gone. It's been really gone since Sunday or Monday, and they only really hurt for like a few minutes when I bump into them. And I'm very aware of my ears because of like my ears feel, I don't feel any pain with them right now, but if I were to bump into them, I would definitely feel like, okay, I just hit my ear, kind of. And it doesn't last long, but I always, because I was reading up online, like when your ear starts bleeding, to like pinch the like lobe itself to like kind of stop the bleeding. So whenever I end up bumping my ears, I just like kind of pinch like right around here to keep them from bleeding, or if they do start, just like make sure that doesn't go on for too long. They haven't bled in days, but I don't want it to like happen, and I'm just like, ooh. So I just tend to like hold them after I bump into them. And I noticed a couple days ago, so today is Wednesday, so maybe like Monday, that my earlobes get itchy and I want to scratch them, but they're new piercings and I don't want to bump them. And while my ears are not at the same gauge of the video I watched, which I will link, it was like large gauge piercings. Your ear, when you get your piercing at a larger gauge, is usually 10 gauge or like higher. But I did experience it at 14 gauge. Itchy ears is a thing that can happen. And I was like, okay, I know. So then I'm aware of, oh yeah, your ears are going to be itchy. That's just how it goes in the healing process. But I didn't want to say that I didn't notice that they're becoming itchy. Not always, but there are moments when they're itchy, and I'm just like, don't scratch them. It's okay. It's okay. Focus on something else. And yeah, I figured since I need to clean my ears anyway today, I haven't done it yet, I'm going to kind of film that. I brought all this stuff over here, put it on this little desk so everything is all together. Yeah, I did wash my hands, but I also like touch other things. So I have some sanitizer that's not alcohol based, it's water based, and I have a towel and things to kind of do that. I will also say, like, I even though I've been sleeping on this pillow for months, since November, I would say, the end of November, I highly recommend this pillow. I notice a very big difference when going to sleep having piercings, because there's no pain back here and it's not pressing up against the, like, my, it's not, I don't have any like unnecessary pressure being added to my ears. First couple of nights I did, like, whenever I accidentally bumped into them or I did become like aware of it, but now it's just sleeping right normal after like a couple days. But yeah, let's get into cleaning my ears. What I have, my materials we have. So I don't have like gauze. So what I did was I took a paper towel and ripped it up. And this is really not for putting onto my ear. This is so I can have like a clean station for once they come out of the bag, so that everything is sanitary. I put them in these bags, and I need to buy some of my own Q-tips, because I've been like using like the family supply of them. And the first couple days I did go through quite a few Q-tips, but now I'm just down to 2, one for each ear, one side for the front, one side for the back, and yeah. Okay, so if anyone's curious on the sanitizer, I got the Safe Hands alcohol-free hand sanitizer, kills 99% of germs unscented. And I really got this because like when I have pets and stuff, sanitizer that's not, they have sensitive noses, so I wanted to have like something that when I'm dealing with them, have sanitizer for them. I'm gonna get some more. And it feels like water is on, it feels like water. But I'm gonna do that and dry them off. Now that our hands are clean, I have this little dish that I got from, what's that place called? The thrift store. And it came like a set of 2. And what I tend to do is, because I don't want to waste the product, and like, especially since I don't have another one yet, I spray it into the bowl and then dip the Q-tips into it. That's what I tend to do. I also, like, when I spray my ears, this is, you know, and into the bowl, so all the drippage, not, I do that afterwards, or if I do, like, I clean the back of them and then spray the front of them, kind of thing, but I don't do them at the same time, like spray the front and then use that residual. I don't do that. That would be counterproductive. But get a piece of napkin out. And they're just ripped into smaller pieces so that the Q-tips have somewhere to sit. And I tend to put it on the bag just to keep the water from getting all over the place. This is my working station, and it's going to be on this little desk. You won't be able to tell how much is in there, but I just put enough at the bottom. Get 2 Q-tips. I do one at a time, just so that it's easier. Get a little close so you can See? And then gotta do the back. The back I find to be the most difficult because I don't want to accidentally cause it to start bleeding because of the way I have it, like pinch it and like move it. Now I'm gonna do the next ear, and kind of just like tilt it and then swirl it around in there. Need a little bit more because I learned during the there's like a whole debate about Q-tips or not. I just try to make sure that it's fully wet so there's no fibers getting into the piercing, because that tends to happen when it's dry, that there's loose fibers in it. So I just make sure that I have it fully submerged with the cleaner. There we go. I notice that it tends to, what would you call it? Slight sting, burn? I don't know, my ear gets hot. When I do the back of my ear, wait. And I'm not really sure why that is. I'm not sure if it's a new piercing, or if it's because of the product itself. But I made sure that I got one that didn't have too many ingredients. It literally only has 2, so that could be just it's doing its job and I'm being a little dramatic. I don't know. And that is just like my old piercing. I know the back is probably the crusty part. I also try to clean like just around it, like down here as well, just because I know that the little piercing balls touch it. So I try to like clean that, keep that area clean too. But yeah. And now all the Q-tips are in this little napkin burrito, and I can just throw this in the trash and my whole station is still clean. So yeah,